Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First play, here's Cousins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Desmond Ritter. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On play action, Cousins. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down movement.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Cousins. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And able to get this to the 31.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Crew for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. If the crowd goes, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They got 29 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. Touchdown! Odell Beckham, 38 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 2. That's complete to McBride. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
First and 10, 44-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A handoff running left is Mostert. Down to the 41.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
They'll run the toss to Walker. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Off the play fake, Cousins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll look to throw here. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. This guy's getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And he goes down at the 26. A pick up of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Van Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Max Crosby blew up the play and getting the sack. Last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
To throw, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. First carry for James Conner. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now. Run it in. One more, boys. Blue striker.
Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Van Jefferson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 27, Cousins. Caught left side, Williams. And the gain of 30 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000. And Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay, right? And cycle. Right, 60. Strikers, 3-3. Right, 97.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him.
Rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They run with Mostert off the option. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Good. 52.
He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert, 51 yards. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Now WEEK2 for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins will complete this one to Collins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
First down, here's Cousins. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have got his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins again. setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10 is counter. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready?
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Shot, 17.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 58 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now
their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Watch out, man. 62. Blue check.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Connor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing is Cousins. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Quick slant complete to OBJ. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That catch by the number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense can very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
And that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Here's Mostert. And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Raheem Mostert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session. Oh, he fakes a spike. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Cousins to throw it. This one left side caught by Collins. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
Yeah, and I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down, Mostert. 75 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that's a decent amount of aggressiveness right there. Inside their own 10-yard line, they still run the toss, even though they know that can be a little bit of a dangerous play, and it pays off pretty well with a nice run.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Connor up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Striker, 3-3.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.
And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone.